work it, make it, do it. Makes us harder, better, faster, stronger.
That don't kill me, can only make me stronger. I need you to hurry up now, cause I can't wait much longer. I know I got to be right now, cause I can't get much longer. Man, I've been waiting all night now, that's how long I've been on ya.
Welcome and thanks for joining us for the NBA Rookie Showcase alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. This is Kevin Harlan. Tonight, Clark, we're going to watch some of the top young talent face off in anticipation of the NBA draft.
And because that's the case, Kevin, no shortage of GMs and front office execs here in the building. Representatives from every NBA team on hand to check this action out.
And that could obviously put a lot of pressure on these young guys. But, of course, performing when there's pressure is a big part of what they're hoping to be paid to do. So we'll get a chance here today to see who rises to the top.
Now look at the Stars starting lineup. Damian Lillard out there with Jeremy Lamb. Then it's Tyler Zeller. Then there's Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And it's Robinson in at the 4th spot. And for the elites, Mr. Perfect, he's in at shooting guard. Andre Drummond is out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Kendall Marshall. And it's Barnes in at the 3 spot. So the elites will get the first possession. Here's Mr. Perfect.
And playing in front of all these scouts, there's some pressure to that.
But for most of these players, they're accustomed to the spotlight. I mean, they've been doing this for much of their young lives.
Drops it in.
And he didn't flub to finish that time, guys.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. Here is Lillard. And Lamb kicks to Zeller. Kept alive. Here's Robinson. Comes up empty down low. Here's Mr. Perfect with the lead pass. And the dunk by Barnes.
The defense caught dozing off that time.
Well, those open dunks, pretty high percentage. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Kidd-Gilchrist. And an emphatic dunk.
You know, how exciting is it, guys, to see him go hard to the basket like that? I love it.
It's always fun to see. And the elites trailing. Here's Mr. Perfect. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played.
Put that. It's one they'll definitely look to build on. Throwing it down with one hand and making it look easy.
Easy and fun. He just thrives on making the D look silly.
Yeah, which is something he does pretty often, Kevin.
Here's Mr. Perfect. 6 points for him. And here's the break. T kicks to Zeller. And there's the rejection. Here's Mr. Perfect. Oh, and the jam by Harkless.
Well, everyone seems to have the hot hand here. And Thomas Robinson, an athletic, physical power forward out of Kansas. Scouts really like his energy and his toughness. And I think there's no doubt he'll be a lottery pick, probably a high one. And if he can play as an offensive rebounding maniac, just play with huge energy, he could have a big impact in this league.
Mr. Perfect gets the bucket. Mr. Perfect's got 8 points.
You know, I think he's opened some eyes with his performance out here.
Yeah, not one of the really big names here, but I think he's playing well.
And he bangs it home with one hand.
That's a gut punch right there, Clark. Cough up the ball at one end and get beaten on the break at the other.
Yeah, that really hurts. That's painful.
And Robinson at 6'9", the only concern for him is probably the lack of elite height.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's really 6'9". I've stood next to him. I'm 6'8", and I could look on top of his head. So I'd say he's about 6'7" or so. Nonetheless, he's a winner, a competitor, and you know the kid has tremendous character dealing with the adversity he's had to deal with in his life at this point.
The Stars again missing. The Elites leading by 6. Fast break, here they come. Here's Harkless, and he finished it off with the layup. Harkless has got his second basket of the game.
In this game, for the players, an exciting moment.
That's right, Clark.
Spins to the middle. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goal.
Execution of the plan there.
We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Mr. Perfect. And the shot is good. Mr. Perfect's got 6 points in the quarter.
That's how you exploit that defense. Take the ball right to the basket.
Lillard. The shot will not go. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Elites lead by 6. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. Lamb passes to Robinson. Pass to Lillard. Clock at 6. Over Marshall. And the rebound.
Returned to North Carolina for his sophomore season. Was hoping to win a national championship with the Tar Heels. And came close, although an injury to Kendall Marshall really kind of sidelined their plans. But still a solid career at North Carolina for Harrison Barnes.
Here's Kid Gilchrist. After the Elites pick up 2, kicks it to Lamb. Blocked.
And Steve, I like what we're seeing from him defensively.
Yeah, me too, Clark. I mean, he's really taking on the challenge, and that's smart. I mean, scouts are looking at
Fight with those expectations in his short time in Chapel Hill.
Well, Kevin, that's an unfortunate comparison. Anybody putting a college player's name in the same breath as Kobe Bryant. That being said, Barnes has a chance to be pretty good with his size and skill.
That's good. Barnes has got 6.
Yeah, there's only so much you can really gather from shooting drills and running through cones. Nothing beats the real thing, that's for sure.
To end the drought. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
He got there late, but you do have to be going up the way he's playing today.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, he's been something, hasn't he? Really competing well out there.
Hammers it home.
Now, the offensive efficiency has been really nice putback. That's why you want guys working hard on the boards at both ends of the floor.
Here's Mr. Perfect. And that one's good. Mr.
Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Outside Teague. Teague gets a screen from Robinson. 6 to shoot. Teague the pass to Robinson. He's all alone. 7-second difference. Shot in the game clock.
Tons of explosiveness on display in this one.
Yeah, the youngsters still have plenty of bounce left in their legs. They're kind of showing off right now.
Here's Teague. Shot is blocked. And yes, sir, that one drops.
In all 10 of their last...
And it's the Elites with the ball. Here's Mr. Perfect. Good. Mr. Feeds to Robinson. He kicks it to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Got a hand on it.
Sometimes it's as simple as just being recommitted defensively. They've stepped it up here in the second half at that end of the floor.
Gets it to go. Mr. Perfect's
From other countries now, guys. The NBA has really been quite proactive, making huge strides in spreading the game internationally.
to the middle, and Lamb slams it home.
There's one thing about the alley-oop. You can't fire the pass in there. You got to have some air.
But that team made has really just dramatically affected the NBA. There's fans everywhere now, whether you're talking about China, even India now starting to become very interested in the NBA. So great stuff for the NBA.
Lets it fly. Hits the jump hook.
Well, they are not exactly taking their foot off up. The goal now is just to run some time.
Yeah, I think it's time to get the bus started now, boys.
Lamb misses the shot. So it's the Elites winning this one easily.
Well, it was a fun one, but the Elites just had the better day, and they'll have a little bit of bragging rights here over the Stars as the draft nears closer.
And although this isn't a league game, you could tell each player out there wanted to win. I mean, no question about it, this was a competitive affair.
And there was no shortage of action on either side of the ball. Thanks for joining us for this broadcast of the NBA Rookie Showcase. I'm Kevin Harlan for Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. We'll see you next time.